time. Anyway, apart from me eating my donuts, shifting it up for the co-op, I'm going to be watching something about locations and stuff. Let's have a look. One sec. And you can watch a bit of the Swedes in the army. What would they do against Russia? Donut time!
It's a Swedish island nestled in the heart of the Baltic Sea.
Push the donut.
Only 300 kilometers off the coast of the Russian enclave of Kaliningrad. Gotland has always been a strategic location, and during the Cold War, thousands of troops were stationed here. When the Soviet Union collapsed, Stockholm demilitarized the island. But after
See, he thinks I'm talking to it.
Decided to attack Ukraine, Sweden joined NATO. It re-established a Gotland regiment in 2018 and reintroduced military service. Conscripts are now back on the island.
In the beginning, it's pretty unusual. Feels a bit weird. Learn to handle weapons, to take care of my stuff, and most of all, drive a tank. That's what I'm the best at.
The 20-year-old trains on a Leopard 2, a modern battle tank worth €5 million, and similar to those sent by Sweden to help Ukraine. He admits they talk about the Russian threat at times.
It happens, yeah. But if you think about all the bad stuff, you can't live a normal life.
200 conscripts, men and women, will be based in Gotland next year. One major challenge is accommodation. So the army is building infrastructures that we're forbidden to film. The commander of the regiment says the island is crucial to the defense of Sweden, and some are watching.
Whoever possesses the island from a military perspective can then affect the air movement and the movement on the Baltic Sea as well. So we have different intelligence showing, of course, that it's vital for Russia, being also a Baltic Sea region nation, to keep control of what the Swedes we are doing on the island, and now within a NATO context as well.
What kind of intelligence?
I can't go into that, but we have a pretty good picture of what they're looking at.
New conscripts have just arrived on the island. They're spending their first night in the forest. Tuva and Rockström are ready.
This afternoon we're gonna learn how to build the tent. Build it up and then take it down, build it up, take it down. To be fast.
When you're ready, stand in line. Go behind that and in a group.
Many come from Stockholm, like Tom. They'll be based in Gotland for the next 15 months.
It's a big change, but it feels good. First of all, it's a fun thing to do, and then it's also feels like something you need to do in this day when the world is changing so rapidly.
I think I'm gonna remember this until I die. I'm not used to having this constant stress, not so much sleep. You wake up at like 5, you learn so much new, and we have different kinds of tests, for example, to shoot, shot with the gun. So I always want to defend Sweden, it's my home country, but it's also because I wanna develop as a person, be a better person.
Okay, so now you're going to come with me and we'll go to the next location.
The conscripts will help reinforce army ranks if a war breaks out. Tuva and the others weren't yet born when the Gotland peace movement gained traction in the 1980s. These veteran activists have invited the island's young guard to talk about Sweden joining NATO.
We thought when the wall came down, when the Soviet Union collapsed, and when they dismantled nuclear weapons, we thought we had made it, but it wasn't the case.
There's my name everywhere. Here.
Kirsten Blomberg has brought old press cuttings on her movement.
In India and Bangladesh, is it Rajiv Gandhi?
She reluctantly says her views have slightly changed.
So I must say, I'm not 100% pacifist. It was not before for me, but now it is a difficult question for me because of Ukraine and because of all my friends there, and I know how they struggle. I work with the refugees here, doing different activities with the children and so.
They are all concerned by the issue of nuclear weapons.
We shouldn't have to choose between NATO or Russia. Like, there is a big in-between as well. Since I'm a dad and I don't want my kids to become NATO soldiers. And also, of course, I don't want to become a neighbor with American nuclear arms, which I think we have a risk of happening right now.
A point of view once widely shared in the country. 10 years ago, most Swedes were against joining NATO. It's now the opposite, with over 60% of the people in favor, according to polls. By invading Ukraine, Vladimir Putin has driven Sweden into the arms of NATO.
Well, I don't know what to say about that, but anyway, thank you for all joining me, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy, peace. Catch you in the next one.